Wrestling has their number of interesting outfits, with the likes of Undertaker, Mankind, Luchasaurus, and so on. Within that, though, there is a type of wrestling that is known for their interesting and cool looking gear, and that is Joshi wrestling. As women, they have more freedom in choices for clothing, unlike the men who have to either keep it basic or make sure they always look cool. The women of the Joshi world's gear ranges everywhere from absolutely adorable to super badass. So in this video, we are going to take a look at the top 10 current outfits in Stardom. This does include entrance gear, so you might see some on here that have average in-ring gear, but killer entrance robes. So let's get to it. Number 10, I have Lady C, the newest rookie and the tallest Joshi wrestler. She has captured many eyes from day one on her debut. Being incredibly tall for a Joshi wrestler has certainly helped her gain fans quickly, and what some might not know is that she apparently designed her gear herself. Shortly after her debut, she released some pictures on Twitter showing off the drawings she did of the gear she is currently using. It's pretty much one-to-one. While it is somewhat simple, the arm wraps reminiscent of WWE's Sasha Banks is always a really awesome look. She also utilizes her great height by having solid vertical colors on her legs, making her long legs look even longer. The color scheme also is very simple, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. But in this instance, I find it to be fitting for her. She doesn't need super crazy designs or attachments because the marvel is in her size, and anything else would be distracting from that. This came in at number 10 because she is still pretty new, and honestly, with how things are going, I'm not fairly confident that she's going to stick around. Number 9 is Momo Watanabe, and this was a difficult one to choose because her last outfit was one of my favorites of all of Stardom. But she decided to get a new one when all of Queen's Quest got different gear. While her current gear alone wouldn't be enough to have her make it on the list, her entrance robe saved her. I find her entrance robe to be one of the best in Stardom. The way it has the front part missing and only the sides, back, and upper front is just unique and awesome. It's the perfect combination of feminine and warrior-like that pushes her up this list. Unfortunately, her new outfit, while perfectly fine, isn't that good. I think it might be even worse because of how great her last one was. But it's clear that QQ decided to get more flashy outfits, and Momo sure did as well. Her choice to add gold into her outfit was a strange one at first. It felt like it clashed with the blue and white that she usually wears, but over time, I felt that it became more appealing. I wished she had kept her old outfit, but this new one is just good enough, and added with her entrance robe allows her to take the number 9 spot. Number 8 is Natsuko Tora, and I know this is going to be a controversial pick. One of the most controversial wrestlers in Joshi today, and unlike the others, is only controversial because of wrestling character and her ability in ring instead of real life actions. You either love her or hate her, as she has completely transformed Odotai into an unrecognizable troupe. Of course, we are not here to talk about stories though, I'm here to talk about the way they present themselves in the ring. Natsuko took a while, but I believe she has finally found a look that fits her to a T. She looks badass, and that is exactly what she needs to look like to be the leader of current Odotai. It took a while, but after some rather unfortunate outfit choices, she has landed on gold. The red and black always make a great look, and Natsuko has implemented that perfectly. Having many different shades of red, but none of them looking out of place. Her makeup on her face also amplifies her delinquent boss look, making her stand out amongst the rest of the roster whose main goal is to look beautiful or cute. This is not even considering her entrance gear, which is an awesome Navy captain looking coat and hat, making her look like the evil boss of Stardom. Number 7 is actually newcomer Unagi Sayaka. Only recently joining Stardom, Unagi has definitely captured the attention of a lot of people. Becoming the third member in Tam Nakano's group, the Cosmic Angels, she has been able to show herself to more people than ever. She isn't on this list because of her beauty though, it's because of her train wreck of an outfit. Reminiscent of WWE's Asuka, she has decided to go with the Frankenstein look, with apparently stitching together all of the leftover scraps of other people's outfits. While that description is ugly, the gear itself is anything but. It strangely works really well, which is not what you would expect. The craziness of her outfit seems to match her perfectly. It takes someone with great confidence to wear something like that, and she pulls it off perfectly. Where do I even start on trying to describe individual parts that are great? I don't think I can, as each individual part is different from the other. It only works because together it is greater than the individual parts. It's a beautiful mess. Number 6 is Giulia herself, the leader and founder of Donna del Mondo. I believe she made the last list I made on this, and I don't think it's a surprise that she made it again. Giulia is one of the few wrestlers in Stardom that utilizes pants in their gear, and it makes it that much better. It makes her stand out more than some of the other DDM members. The red, green, black, and white mix really fits well, while also allowing her to pay homage to her Italian heritage as well. The arm covers meld really well with the pants, making her seem more dangerous. The best part of her current gear is how much of a change it was from her old gear. While her old gear was perfectly fine, it was too generic. Too much like all of the other default Joshi looks. This new gear is almost a complete 180 from her last gear, showing her change to top wrestler. From all white to black, her showing her Italian heritage in a way that doesn't clash or make it super obvious. Above all else, there is no camo print, which has become super common in Stardom since Io introduced it, and I feel like it's played out. I know Io introduced leopard print, but leopard print and camo have very similar visual styles, and it's usually not appealing to me. Number 5 is Maika. This one was quite the surprise to me. Since her joining Stardom, I wasn't all too keen on her. She seemed too bland, too generic in every way. That was until she decided to get some new gear and entrance robe. I am not exaggerating when I say that Maika's entrance robe is one of the coolest things in Stardom history. It brings back memories of the coolest woman in Stardom history, Act Yasukawa. Maika paying homage to the historic samurai look, coming out to the ring looking like an unstoppable warrior. Out of everyone on this list, she is the only one who is purely on the list just because of her entrance robe. Her ring gear is good too, but all I care about is that magnificent robe. As I said before, black and red go together oh so well, and that is just as correct here. She was able to update the samurai look to have a more sleek, modern vibe. Her right arm sleeve also fits perfectly to the theme of the robe with the red designs down the top. Her whole appearance is elegant warrior, and I don't think anyone else in the promotion could pull this off as good as she does. Since she is such a traditional-looking Japanese woman, her leaning heavily into the historic vibe plays off really well with her dark hair and traditional face. Just look at her as she walks out to the ring. Everything about her is absolutely regal. She looks like a warrior princess about to prove the honor of her family, and it's just so awesome. Number 4 is Saya Kamitani, and this one is a lot like the previous entry, in that it makes her look a lot like a warrior princess, but of a different kind. At first, I was on the fence with her outfit, but after seeing it in action, I was sold. Images of elvish warriors flashed in my head when seeing her wrestle. Her outfit just screams elf for some reason. I don't think I would be able to properly explain what elements make it feel so, but I bet after saying it, you see it too. With Kamitani also being a high flyer type of wrestler, the individual tassels that are on her gear make any flips she does look much better, as anytime something flowy gets going in the air, it almost mesmerizes me. It's essentially the same feeling you get when you are sitting around a campfire at night and just staring into the fire. It is almost trance-like. It transcends what you are actually seeing. This was probably the best possible choice for Kamitani, as she clearly wants to go for a more mature look. When she first debuted, she had this idol look and appearance to her, and I think her new look gives her more of the mature look she's going for. Number 3 is Azumi and her anime-style gear. People say that her gear is based off of a mecha in the anime Evangelion. While there are some similarities, I haven't seen any kind of confirmation on whether that is true or not. If you have proof of her saying it is, I would love to see it. Please comment below. Since joining Queen's Quest in 2017, Azumi has abandoned her original color of green, and we see its return in this gear. As you know, I am not a fan of the color green, but I believe this gear takes all of the best qualities of green and utilizes them to the max. What's the main thing that she added that really caught my eye? It would be her introduction of her new symbol, a cool way to represent her name in a simplified, minimalist style. Her gear also, in some ways, is a visual representation of her high-speed style, with it all being one piece aside from the legs. It gives a feeling of someone speedy. Out of all of her outfits, I believe this is the best one yet, and I hope we get to see it for a long time. Number 2 is Tam Nakano. This should not be of a surprise to anyone, as I find everything about her perfect. To me, she is the perfect wrestler, and that is also true when it comes to her gear. While I don't think this is her best gear, I do believe this gear deserves the number 2 spot. Tam Nakano is the ultimate flashy wrestler, being bubbly and sparkly in almost everything she does, whether it be wrestling, modeling, making short cooking videos online. Plus, she is also a sight for sore eyes. This outfit is exactly that mentality in outfit form. With the ruffles everywhere, it's hard to tell where the outfit starts and the floofies end. That is perfect for a wrestler like Tam Nakano though. At this point, I think it's safe to say that her color of choice is purple, having used it in the majority of her outfits, except in the one time that she had an all white and black outfit, which was her best gear to date, by the way. The purple really fits her, as the color purple is associated with royalty, and there isn't a better word to describe Tam in Stardom than regal. Number 1 is Konami. Man, has going to Odotai been the best thing ever for Konami? Up until this point, she has always been a background character, someone who your eyes just moved over while looking at the true stars. That is, until she debuted her new gear when turning to the dark side. I am not exaggerating one bit when I say that Konami would look right at home along the roster of Mortal Kombat. Her dark and sleek look melds well with the truly menacing appearance she gives off. When she comes to the ring wearing her mask, it truly gives you chills. I think this look for her will go down in history as one of the coolest things about Konami and her Stardom career. So there you go, the top 10 current Stardom outfits in my opinion. How many do you agree with? Which ones would you replace? Let me know in the comments. Bye.